It is Saturday afternoon, about 12 noon, and we have a SOMIFA quarterfinal. That's the round of 8. Playoff games are important to the competitors, certainly. You feel like this is, in the NFL, this is the round where it kind of really gets taken up a notch, you know? Throw this wire into my chest. Over there more. Technically, the Super Bowl any time. But theoretically, you could have a wild card round and you make the Super Bowl. Quarterfinal round of 8. 2 of these 8 teams playing will make the Super Bowl, which is a nice accomplishment in the 2014 league. And, of course, one of these 8 teams will be the new SOMIFA champion. This is our first quarterfinal of the season, SOMIFA. Great league. You guys all know how I feel about it. Also, if there's anything wrong with the broadcast or anything, if you're listening, let me know. Text me, Slack me. Do something. Scream. I don't know. But everything seems to be fine here right now. So this is the 4 versus 5 seed game. These are usually very good games because you usually get 2 teams that had a very solid regular season for them. Easily could be champions. Anybody could at this point. And you've got mixed Tennessee Titans, mixed first year in SOMIFA, but we know him from other leagues. He's been around online a few years now. Over inherited John Madden's team, which is one of the most storied franchises in SOMIFA history, with John's outstanding drafting and good coaching. Made a couple of Super Bowls, didn't win one, but always had a tremendous roster. When the Ben Roethlisberger, Jamal Charles era, as a matter of fact, lost to that team in the SOMIFA playoffs last year. In fact, there's some shaky play calling on my part near the end of the game. And Mick is traveling to Atlanta. Well, not Mick himself, but Nick's digital team is digitally traveling to Atlanta to take on Nathan Baylor's Atlanta Falcons. It's for Nathan's team, Kirk Cousins, LaShawn McCoy, T.Y. Hilton, all kinds of guys like that. And of course, Nathan was quick to remind me that he had one of the fences in SOMIFA for this league. And after I mentioned something to the effect of this being an offensive team, I tried to eat breakfast before this game down because I'd interviewed someone and things were just slow here, and I was getting interrupted by other residents of the household undesirably. I need to get about 2 bites of food and call this game very well. So I'm going to try to the first few minutes as Nathan comes out with the blocking back one halfback. LaShawn McCoy's the halfback. T.Y. Hilton and DeAndre Hopkins starting at flankers. Another receiver with better yardage, I think, who you might see out there. Jordan Reed's the tight end. Vernon Davis, the blocking back. The offensive line, all 5s except for the left guard, 6. And I think he's got very fine pass blocking. Looking past the shady defense calls run, puts a receiver gets wrong. Boscar plus 41 for shady. And that's what Dennis likes to see. Nathan likes to see. Nathan tends to go for the really good offensive skill players and has teams that are very good with a lot of explosion offensively, but also a lot of versatility offensively. And this is a team long past T.Y. Hilton. There you go. Defense gets the pass. Picked off 2-4. The defense's card. Intercepted on a 12. 2-4 and 12. 4-yard line. Tough to get a bite of food in when the action is fast and furious right off the bat. Green pass to Shady McCoy, and Nathan likes to go deep. Nathan's going to go up top. Play Nathan. You might want to keep that in mind. Likes to hit the big plays, and that time it bit him. Go 2-4 and 12. And of course, Mick only has the average pass defense cards. Nathan has the good ones. Now, even though Nathan's defense statistically played well, off tackle right for Lamar Miller. One of the big offseason pickups. Offensive onside guard, 7 or 2. That's a 7-yard gain. One of John Madden's final draft picks, I believe. Tennessee's got Big Ben at quarterback, Lamar Miller at halfback, who had a very good year for him. Emmanuel Sanders and Antonio Brown at the wideout, with Greg Olsen at tight end, a little bit of a mirror image in terms of all the offensive talent here. Darren Fells, the tight end, second tight end, not that great. An advantage to Nathan there. But even though Nathan's defense did well during the season, statistically, you see this defense, it's a 3-4 that goes 5-4 on the line, 4-4-4-5 at linebacker. Off tackle left, Lamar Miller, no linebackers there. Nathan double teaming elsewhere. 0+3, and Tony McDaniel just on cue could not make the play. He got a 6 at one quarter, covering Antonio Brown. That's nice. He's got a free safety 5. 56, Barry Church, so that helps. But then another corner 4 and a strong safety 0. Looking past Emmanuel Sanders, 2 men in the zone. Nathan is not inside linebackers out of there yet because he knows he's going to move it, and then Nick might throw a looking pass for revolving around the flat pass zones. Flat pass right to Greg Olsen being double teamed now. Nathan likes to call pass a lot. Clean pickoff on the defense's card. That could be returned for a touchdown. What a start here. First 3 minutes of the game. That one precipitated by Nathan's shrewd double teaming of Greg Olsen. Nathan likes to call pass a lot. You may need to run the ball a little more against him. Just against me, because he knows I throw it all the time. I don't know. But shrewd double team there. It would have been at 12, until we have a first and goal at the 4. We'll take our right for Shady McCoy, gets right 3 yards. You look at the Shady card against right. I mean, come on. 5 and 6 is no good. Everything else is, except for 8, is only +2, but even that's not bad on right. Second and goal from the 1, full house backfield for Atlanta. Looking to punch it in and take the early lead. I was going to say 7-0, but linebacker Alfred Morris, defense ranking the quarterback, 1-yard touchdown for Alfred Morris, the current NFL Cowboy. I didn't think it's a 6-0 lead. He is going to go for the extra point. And we know the extra points are a little more days. Some guys go for 2 if the kicker's a little shaky, if they like the defensive matchup. And the kicker's up and good. 7-0. Give me a bite of salad and put the sign in the door. Wide is the KO for Tennessee. And that kick went 9 yards deep. But I don't think Lucky will be taking any of those deep kicks out. Salad, probably one of the worst food you could eat while broadcasting. Let's take a ride to Lamar Miller. No linebackers there. No tackle +8 to +35. Could not make the play. There goes Miller across midfield to the Atlanta 40. 35-yard game for Miller. What a start to this game. It's not even 5 minutes old. And we have a Shady McCoy 41-yard flat pass, a 35-yard run for Lamar Miller. Long pass, no man right, picked off, and a flat pass double-team interception. Falcons from scrimmage after the turnover. Everyone left for Lamar Miller. Defense gets his pass. A defensive end, +2 or +7. And if those forwards are not going to make any plays, it's going to be a rough day for Nathan. I don't know if any of these linebackers are good against the run. Big Ben's, of course, great with the flat pass. The previous interception notwithstanding. There's some good blocking on this Tennessee front line, but the center and left guard are only 4s. But the left tackle's a 6, the second tight end's a 5. The offensive right tackle is a 5. Second and 3 off tackle right. Lamar Miller didn't Nathan put the man in the zone, but gets his pass this time. 2 +3, and Sua Cravens is a 4-0. So hoping maybe if you have an inside linebacker 4, maybe he's got a better run rating. He's a 4-0. Very talented young man. And on the other side, there is a 45. Bruce Overton, 45 on the left outside. And the right outside to 54. Nick may want to flirt with a draw play occasionally. And we're left to Lamar Miller. No linebackers there. Spectator has joined. Forward Miller's got a big 20-yard run. First and goal for Tennessee at the 10. These guys, I said they have a lot of offensive firepower. I think even though Nathan's defense performed on the regular season, it's really not that level of defense. When you look at the personnel against a good offense in the postseason, could be rough for him. but he's got the offense to overcome it. And of course, Nathan's a very good coach, very experienced coach. Pins here. It's first and goal from the and the Big Ben does throw picks. His forte is more the flat pass, long pass this year. So you first and goal, the 10, the flat pass is still open. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller. Defense guesses incorrectly. Only one linebacker behind. It's a short gain, touchdown Titans. On the 7, Lamar Miller getting it going in a big way in that drive. Runs of 35, 20, and 10 to last for a touchdown. Lamar Miller's got a good card. It's in passing game. And if you're just going to let him run us wrong all day, he's probably going to have a lot of success. He doesn't have the most carries in the world. So that could be an issue for Mick. It becomes a high-scoring track beat in the second half, and he has to keep up with Nathan. And Lamar is fatiguing from having run for 200 yards. Water, please. Flat pass right to DeAndre Hopkins. Linebacker is a 5. The mixed defense is much more stellar. Defender -2 or +4, and just on cue. Thank you, Strat-o-Matic, cooperating with the commentary. 5 and a 5 is a 2-yard loss. Water, please. Water. Second and 12, Atlanta. At their own 23, already halfway through the first quarter. Very exciting game. I have a hard-boiled egg here. That might hold me over. Give me a bite real quick. Blocking back one halfback. You never heard Marv Albert do this, I don't think. For Atlanta. Off tackle left to LaShawn McCoy. Defense calling run. 12 on Shady's card is +9. As 4 gets wrong. A good job by Mick to call a run there. You know, you want to stop the run, and, you know, against a good running back anyway. 3rd and 3 for Atlanta. They're at their own 32. This is a big possession, but Nathan's team well equipped for these short yardage situations, that's for sure. The Titans goes 4-6-4 at linebacker, but I didn't realize the interior of this defensive line is not good. 5-4-4-6. Secondary is all 5s. Your running options where McCoy is excellent. He knows that Mick might be thinking about the outside linebacker situation where the 4s are. Flat pass right to DeAndre Hopkins. Defense run key shitty. No linebackers there. This should be an easy first down for Nathan. 10 is 8 yards and a first down. From Cousins to the former SOMIFA Jet, who I never should have traded. Should have backed out of that deal, but it would have been Weasley. It's a long story, folks, which I think you've heard if you've been around for a couple of years. Their own 40. Cousins 3 of 4, 47 yards and a pick. T. Vernon Davis, the defense is blitzing 2 guys, but it's a long gain on Kirk Cousins' card. Vernon Davis could go all the way to the house. By his own lack of endurance, it would have been a touchdown, a long gain try. It was a snake, guys. Long pass right units and a little bit of action on the must run. And it's a 44-yard completion. This has been a big play fest. And Atlanta's got 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 16. So he can hold them to a field goal. No easy task. Linebacker LaShawn McCoy. Guess wrong. +6. 3 carries, 18 yards for Shady. 2nd and 4 for the Falcons. At the Titan 10. If you bet this game, I hope you took the over. Just saying. Where this one's going. 4v5. It's usually excellent matchups. Looking past T.Y. Hilton, throwing at the 6. Thinking he might vacate or at least not be out of a flooded zone. Does not vacate. But Cousins gets a 7-yard completion. 1st and goal from the 3. Cousins McCoy, one of the better QB running back combos in the league. Outside, and Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis. And Shady can catch a flat. The other receiver's not bad. 1st and goal will be great next to him is Hopkins and Hilton. 1st and goal from the 3 for the Falcons. Off tackle right to Shady McCoy. Offensive onside tackle makes the block as a touchdown. one of Nathan's recent draft picks. The Falcons go up 13-7. Greg, the legs line is automatic, 2-12. So I don't think we'll see Nathan going for 2 unless the 14-7 Atlanta. Kick deep in the end zone. Lucky White, it says thanks, but no thanks. And now it's the Titans' turn. Almost effortlessly on the last possession. Let's see if they can do that again. Everyone left Lamar Miller. Defense guesses pass. He's going to exhaust Lamar Miller, then outscore Mick in the second half. Perhaps that's the part of the plan here. The short game for Miller, 17 yards. He might have 100 yards in the first quarter. He does. 8 carries for 102 yards. That's all that's wrong. Look at this card. Good. He does have a good amount of carries. 27 of fatigue. Long pass, Greg Olsen. There was a guy back. There's a 5. There's 2 blitzers in play. The defender is a 0. Big Ben is a very good long pass guard. Picked off 2-7, incomplete. 2-7 interception. 1 man in zone. And Big Ben's got picks on his own card. Moving the free safety around, double teaming, doing X, Y, and Z. Off tackle right, Lamar Miller in 2nd and 10. No linebackers there. Nathan blitzing on the outside. Nose tackle 0-3. And this time he makes the play. Tony McDaniel. Every 3 plays. We know we like to think that they should miss every single play when we're on offense, and the corner makes a 4. The corner 4 makes a play, but they make 1 of every 3. And Nathan's, of course, going to need some of those because he's got plenty of force on his defense. We got a 3rd and long now for the first time for the Titans. 3 minutes to go in the first. They're at their own 10, at their own 42 rather. 3rd and 10. 3 wide, 1 halfback. Dontrell Inman. Inman's the 3rd. Flat pass right to Antonio Brown, being double teamed. There's 2 men in the zone now. Complete on the defense. Would have been a receiver anyway. And gets right on 3rd and 10. And Chris Jones of the Dallas Cowboys will come out to punt it. And it's a 49-yard punt. Let's see who's back there. Brandon Tate. I think he's a little better in the kicks. I'm not certain. This looks pretty good. He's got plus 21 on 6. And 2 is plus 43. And you get 7, 12, and 8 on the opponent. Although Chris Jones is a very good 49 yards, although 12 is a block. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons at their own 9 after the fair catch by Brandon Tate. Now the Falcons look to go up 2 scores. You say, Tom, they're at their own 9. Nathan's got a clicker right now. I'm not going to predict a stoppage. Sound. This game's going quickly because I don't think I can eat you in the game. My mom said don't eat with your mouth full when I was growing up. But broadcast a game after missing your breakfast. What do you do? So there's a 2nd and 4. There's a linebacker for Shady McCoy. Kevin Zeitler made the block. Looking past the Shady. There's a 6 there, I guess correctly, but 10 is 6 yards in the first, and a Cousins card. Cousins card. Pass low the turnover. Very good card. Interesting to see what he gets next year. He had a pretty good year statistically, but the offense wasn't as good. A linebacker LaShawn McCoy. 5 plus 3, a plus 1, a 1-yard gain. Vernon Davis is blocking back 0. It's kind of destroyed the blocking. Couldn't play blocking back. Making you use the Jerome Feltons of the world more. 2nd and 9, linebacker LaShawn McCoy. No linebacker there in the boxes in play. 6 is a 3-yard gain. So I think Nathan just had 2 guess wrong runs with Shady. Only got 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 6 as we start the 3rd quarter. Mick saying, let me get 1 3rd down conversion here, please. Now Mick goes 5-0-6 here with against 3 wide. He's playing a nickel 3-3-5. So a draw play could still be in play. That was a 66 middle linebacker, though. So you get nothing breaking containment against him. The outside linebackers are 4s, but the defensive ends are good. Nathan's committed to going for it on 4th and short. I don't know. You might still see a run. Interesting situation here. Of course, you throw down the field short or long. The dump off is in play, which is very helpful. Short pass T.Y. Hilton, correctly double teamed by Nathan and by Mick rather, Mick Bouchon, and it's incomplete on a 10. That's right. Cousins has got some readings of 6 yards or more, so good double team there by Mick. And the great Johnny Hecker comes out to punt. It's a 51-yarder, goes down into about the 24, where Lucky Whitehead calls a fair catch, and not a very good punt return card. For Whitehead, 2 of 39 yards, plus 6 on a 6. Teasing about Hecker, who's a punter, because I traded for him with Michael Reeves and SSFA. So the first time, I think we had a punt from Atlanta. And the Titans come back out of it. Flat pass left to Antonio Brown. Defense calls run, I think, for the first time. And Mick's rewarded with a guess wrong call. White die 6 anyway, 10 yards from Big Ben, Antonio Brown. If your last name is Brown and you're an athlete who plays wide receiver or is an outside shooter, you're going to get the downtown nickname automatically. Short pass to Greg Olsen, double team by Barry Birch. You got to go away from Olsen a little bit here. Olsen covered by a 0. And Nathan's been double teaming. You have to throw it down Fells a little bit. Maybe throw some flats to Lamar. And then right, left to Lamar. Defense calls run this time. The defensive guard is still good. 12 yards in the first down. Lamar Miller. Those 8s on the defense with no men are killer. Cards. 10 carries, 114 yards for Lamar Miller early second quarter. That might be the first run guess correctly. Off tackle left to Miller. Defense doubling. Sanders. Defensive end +2 or +9. He's not going to make the play. Miller just doing whatever he wants. Falcon in front that goes 5-4-4. Now, 2nd and 1, we're going to back up running back here. Off tackle right to Miller. Defense calls pass. Nose tackle +4 +9. 4 yards, but Daniel makes the plays. 4-0. Give those carries. I'm sure there's a backup for 2nd and 1. Gotta be a little judicious because you can tell Nathan doesn't want to get run, and you're going to need Miller for 4 quarters here. Flat pass left, Antonio Brown not being double teamed, but he's covered by a 6. Linebacker 5 there, or safety moving up. Wide die 6 +13. Defensive coordinator's Bane. The white die 6 and the dump off. Looking past Lamar Miller, 2 men in zone. Defense calls run. Incomplete on the defensive card. It was another white die 6. Water. Egg. 2nd down and 9 for the Titans to the Atlanta 27. Off tackle right to Miller. Defense got some pass again. He's hitting great numbers every time. Offensive onside guard +7 and +2. Sure, if he's a 6. Part of the reason he's hitting good numbers is because he's a good running back. He got a good running back card with a pretty good offensive line against a nose tackle 4. Against a 5-4-4 defense. Been the line that regularly. He was doing it earlier, but and even then, the linebacker 0 against the run, missed the play on white die 4. Tennessee. Get me thinking touchdown here against Nathan. You know what his offense can do. We all know he wants to run the ball here. Will Nathan give him a run call? Will Big try to beat him up top? Lamar Miller being run keyed. And -1 of the defense. Good call by Nathan. Surely that would have been a first down. And now Mick's have to try a field goal. The bonus baby. That would have been a first down without the run key. So great job by Nathan there with that 3rd and 2. And he gets to survive that defensive stand with the lead. 14-10 Falcons. Falcons had the ball first, so Mick is going to receive the kick to start the second half. Linebacker LaShawn McCoy, defense calling pass, 6 is 3 yards. He's getting short gains and stuff. Let me get some going shitty here. Come on now. Mick's got defensive tackle force. Nathan's got good blockers. Nathan's had a lot more success in the passing game than Mick has, though. Flat pass left for DeAndre Hopkins. Throwing at a 4. Receiver gets right is 6 yards. And a fumble. Oh, Nathan recovers his own fumble. It's a dreaded wide receiver fumble. Nothing you can do about it. Little fumble. Get the total mercy of Strat-o-Matic and the much like an NFL coach. Well, I mean, they practice ball security, but sooner or later, somebody's going to fumble. 3rd and 1 for Atlanta at their own 34. Hopkins, defense run King McCoy. And the white die 6 is a 10-yard completion. So Mick trying to do to Nathan what Nathan did to him, but Nathan says, no, thank you. So the difference here, I think that Mick's offense in this game is more reliant upon Lamar Miller. More reliant upon Lamar Miller. Call a ton of pass. And because of Big Ben's interceptions. I think Nathan can expect a little more from Cousins with ball security and flat passing. It's not a 3-4 defense. Linebacker Shady McCoy, no linebackers there. Boxing play. 7's a 5-yard gain. You accept 5 yards. You would have liked a little more there. That was a good opportunity. I mean, he's 6'5". Nathan's 6'5" in the interior line. He's getting linebacker opportunities against these 44 defensive tackles. Guessed wrong with nobody there. Off tackle left, Shady McCoy. This time down to Hightower's in the zone. Offensive end +2, a -2. Vernon Davis cannot make the block, -2. Vanessa, I took pills yet? Get them ready. 3rd and 7 Atlanta at their own 47. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Defense showing 3-3-5 blitz. Oh, no. Scored 7. But he's not the kind of guy you want to challenge, I think, with the old free safety blitz. But I think he doesn't have great pass blocking. He's got a right tackle 7. He's got 2 7s, 1 at right tackle, 1 at left guard, 2 5s and a 4. Is 0-2. And flat pass left to T.Y. Hilton. The linebackers double teaming. He's vacated the zone. No man there. 7 yards and a first down. Tough call. But that 3rd and 7 flat right. It's going to be pretty good for a guy like Cousins at this part of the field. Even if he only gets 5 or 6 or maybe even 4, he might go for it. So I'm not sure that's the time to go for the all-out safety blitz. Maybe a little longer down in distance there. Uh-huh. Flat pass left to Shady. Well, as soon as the game ends, I'm going to click. I'm going to be hungry, okay? I'm not really getting to eat enough, so I'm still hungry, but I'll call the rest of the game focusing on that. These guys are playing quickly. One pass T.Y. Hilton. Guess right. No man there. 2nd and 7. And it's complete for a big completion. The Strat-o-Matic not showing us what happened there. I hate when they do that. For some reason, when you have the animation on or something, sync at times. We have no idea exactly what happened, but it looks like it was a 26-yard completion or something of that variety. Giving Atlanta a big first down. Stats, who knows? At the Tennessee 18. He's certainly showing up in the field. Looking past the Shady. Defense run king. No linebackers there. Yards on the defense's card. The middle linebacker 6 vacated his zone. He's done it a few times. This time Nathan caught him. And that would not have been if the LB6 had stayed home. If it makes the extra point, you have 21-10. Tennessee, the offensive onslaught They need to do something on this drive. And Nathan's feeling good right now. This was a team a lot of people liked for a lot of obvious reasons. Before the season started, maybe talked they could have a slightly better record despite the defense. Everyone left Lamar Miller. There's a linebacker there. Got to run some inside draw plays. Oh. Or whatever. Dreaded 5 anyway. No gain. Bad run, basically, of the entire game. And now he's got 15 carries, $133, only 12 on fatigue left. And Jerick McKinnon comes in. I would like to see him in their second one. It's only one carry, but 3 minutes left, and you know, you want to have 6 carries at Lamar Miller. You need to have a drive going, and maybe now you only have 3 or 4. So, got a plan for all 4 quarters. 2nd and 10 Titans. McKinnon it's done okay, I think, for Tennessee this year. Caught not too bad. If he runs off tackle, I'd like to see him do a draw. Make Nathan call the run play. Thinks he's going to run it, so maybe don't do a draw. Off tackle right to McKinnon. No linebackers there. Offensive onside guard, 7-2, so Brandon Scherf has had his number called. I said that in one of the playoff games the other night, that it seemed like you get these games at times with one guy, like one lineman comes up 3 or 4 times. It was Jack Conkle the other night. It's Brandon Scherf tonight. Today, 3rd and 3 for the Tennessee, a big third down here. 2:42 to go. They already trailed 21-10. They will have to punt it almost certainly. You never know. Off tackle right to McKinnon. Defense running King successfully for the 2nd straight 3rd down is short. On Nathan going pass on defense. Run King 3rd and short successfully twice. Looking for the punt. He's annoyed with himself, I suppose. Booming punt, a 59-yarder down to the 10. Brandon Pate trying to field it. And he gets a good return of 12 yards on the opponent PR. And with 2 minutes to go in the first half, the Falcons have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 22. They're going to try and put together a 2-minute drive here. Certainly have the personnel to do it. Long pass T.Y. Hilton. There's a linebacker there. Defensive back in zone is a 5. Extra plus 31. It is incomplete. Mike Mitchell makes the play 5-5. The NFL Pittsburgh Steeler. 2nd down and 10. Nathan will make you respect his long pass. Flat pass right to Vernon Davis. Receiver gets right 7 yards. Tennessee standing around so far in this drive, which is not I used to be very much against it. You don't want to always stand around. He's moved around plenty today. But sometimes it's not bad to stay there, make the guy earn it, so to speak, if you have good ratings. 3rd and 3. Long pass Vernon Davis. Nobody there. He's covered by 4. Long gain on Kirk Cousins. Carter in the 5 is right. It's a 78-yarder, but he stopped at 44 thanks to the cap, which we saw before. 2 44-yard receptions in the first half. And they've been on Cousins' card. 1st and 10 Falcons. Nathan says, I will definitely go big or go home. He likes to throw that long pass. Linebacker Sean McCoy. No linebackers there. 7 yards of the defense's card at the 8. And the Falcons at the Tennessee 20. Nathan trying to slow down this offense. Can I please hold him to a field goal? Making only 24-10. And then I get the ball to start the second half. And oh my goodness. Nathan calls a timeout. 2nd and 3, the Tennessee 20. 107 to go in the half. He's got 2 timeouts. Winner makes the semifinals. SOMIFA semifinals. Flat pass left to T.Y. Hilton. Defender -3 or -1. The 5 coming into play there. Stephon Gilmore, now of the New England Patriots in the NFL, tackles Hilton for the 3-yard loss at his 3rd and 6 Falcons. Is that great this year? Maybe that was last year. I don't recall. He's not on any of my teams. But we've got a 3rd down and 6 for Atlanta at the Tennessee 23. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Mick needs to stop here. Play. Not the most conservative guy in the world. So, but he'll call anything. He'll call anything. So, you know, which is good for him. Unpredictability. The only thing you know for sure is he's going to throw some bombs during the game. I don't know when. And I still Sean McCoy, defense still teaming shady. So that's why I was saying you might get a run call. You get a short game if there's no containment. There is containment. Derek Morgan with the containment. And Nathan needed a white die 3, got a white die 2. So it's a 4-yard game. Makes it 4th and 2 for Atlanta at the Tennessee 19. Now, is Nathan going to kick the field goal, or is he going to go for it? He's deciding what to do with the clock right now. And that's why I decided whether to go for it. Decided to let the clock run down to 15 seconds. Greg DeLay comes out for the field goal try. 2-10, it's good. 24-10 Falcons, 8 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons offense hitting the big plays down the field, hitting the flat passes of Kirk Cousins, getting some running from Shady McCoy. The kick's a touchback. Tennessee's got 2 plays. I wonder how good the kicker is. You don't want to give up here when you're down 24-10. And his kicker, Will Lutz, is 2-6 from the 40. So really you need 45 yards on 2 plays. You need 45 yards in 2 plays. I wish it was a running back with a good receiver along, maybe a flat pass. Get lucky, get a 30-yarder or a long gain. You know Nathan's going to be doubling down the field. Or you could try your Hail Mary. Big Ben's got, I think, an 8 long gain on right and wrong. But the way this game has gone, you feel like it might get picked off. Certainly not going to throw it to Jerome Felton. I'll tell you that much. Who can't even play halfback. He's not supposed to be in there. But that's probably just a mistake on Mick's part. I've had some issues with the playoff depth charts myself in the history of Strat-o-Matic in recent years, but I'm told I'm the only one. So my computer doesn't like the postseason depth charts for some reason. So Mick figuring out what he wants to do here. Maybe not have Jerome Felton in the game would be a good start. He does have 3 timeouts. Dime 3-2-6 for Nathan. If it's not too late, why not call a timeout on offense and get someone in there who can go far? Could Jerome Felton go far? I doubt it. 22 yards. Short pass down. Trell Illman being double teamed by Roman Harper. Our receiver is incomplete. Guess right. It would have been 14 yards. So now you need your 45, saying 44 yards before. You need your 45-yard play right here. Jerome Felton in there again. Nathan does have an asterisk. I don't believe. Does he? Certainly not Arthur Jones. Okay. I'm going to look at pass to Greg Olson. I think he's got long gains. Second and 10. Long pass, Greg Olson, Barry Church double teaming. So you're not going to get 45 yards on a double team. Dump off is not in play. Defensive back incomplete. That ends the first half. The Atlanta Falcons with the 24-10 lead. And despite the exploits of Titans tailback Lamar Miller, Atlanta's got 245 yards of offense, 168 for Tennessee. Each team has a turnover. Big Ben only 4 of 10 for 29 yards, no touchdowns and interception. Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, 14 of 17, 196, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Lamar Miller, 15 carries, 133 yards. Shady goes 12. But he had opportunities. So you might see Shady get it going a little more. Lamar Miller down to 12 unfatigued carries. Short pass to Emmanuel Sanders being double teamed by Barry Church as Nathan goes for the triple-double on 1st and 10. It looks like there's a snap fumble or sack. My game crashed. That's what happened here. I don't like to see that. So I'll be closing my game and restarting. One could only wonder what is going on. I wonder if it happened for everyone or just for me. Or if the game itself crashed. Undo that. Spell mode on. 53397. Okay, I don't know what happened, but it's 4th and 7 for Tennessee. So 3 and out for Mick on the opening drive of the second half. He punts it 41 yards. Fair catch called for by Brendan Tate. And Mick is feeling beleaguered now. He's got to hang in there. Got to weather this, Mick. Don't ever give up. Isn't that what Jimmy Valvanos says? Something like that? Don't go out, don't ever surrender? I don't remember the exact language. I should probably look it up. At 1st and 10 for Atlanta. And Nathan's going to come out 3 wide. Long pass, Kelvin Benjamin against a run call. Receiver gets wrong, incomplete. It was all about the Benjamins there. 15 units, 2, 6, 11, 15 units of completion. Nathan likes to use the 3 wide second most in the SOMIFA League. As Dale uses the 3+ wide every play. He uses 4 wide this year. Linebacker LaShawn McCoy. Right guard 7-2. Josh Klein's at 5, but misses the block. Sets up a 3rd down and 8. I don't have my animation on, it looks like. Let's turn that back on. 3rd and 8 Falcons at their own 39. Big defensive play here for Mick. I need to get a stop somehow. If I could just stop him and get the ball back here. Short pass DeAndre Hopkins not being double teamed. Covered by 5. Forming his own dump ball for 20 yards. And the other 3rd and 7. Sometimes you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're just damned. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at their own 40, at the Tennessee 41. On the 20-yard dump off. This Falcon offense just rolling today. I mean, and Shady's not even going yet. Linebacker LaShawn McCoy, 1 linebacker in zone, 5 yards. 15. I guess it was a draw play. I must have missed it. Offense going 3 wide again. Linebacker on to Shady. +6 in the 1st down. Nathan quick clicking on offense now. That's how much he's feeling it. Because he feels frustrated. You can't give up here, Mick. You got to hang in there. 1 good play call is all it takes. You're still down 2 scores. Linebacker LaShawn McCoy, +5 at the middle. Shady getting it going. 16 carries, 76 yards. I think Nathan had another back who's not too bad as well. Blocking back 1 halfback. This Falcon crowd going crazy. Early 3rd quarter. 24-10 looking for more. Off tackle left for Shady. Offensive onside tackle +4, -1. I always read that wrong. Joe Staley could make the block. 2nd and 9. It's a 5. The white die was a 6. Looking back to Jordan Reed. I've not seen a lot of action today. Receiver gets right, 6 yards. Fix a 3rd and 3. The Falcons inside the Tennessee 10. Touchdown, but he'll settle for the field goal if he has to. 3rd and shorts have been big today. Short pass to T.Y. Hilton, Foreman in zone. Incomplete on Cousins' card. And Greg the leg will come out. A bit of a moral victory for Tennessee, but they don't need moral victories right now. They need actual victories. The kick is up and good, 27-10. I'm thinking, I got to take my time. I got to come down the field. I got to score a touchdown. So I'll be down 10. I'll be down 27-17, late 3rd quarter. All right, then maybe I got to stop, right? But it starts here. I've been running with Miller. Nathan sneaky. Off tackle right for Lamar Miller. No run called there. On the outside, like he's been doing a lot. Short gain of Miller's card, 12 yards and a 1st down. 18 carries, $148. Best performance by a leading running back in the playoffs so far this year, I believe. Something to say about that. Only 9 of 15 carries now for Miller. It's a problem for Tennessee. I'm going to bring in McKinnon on 1st downs. Looking best to Greg Olsen being double teamed by the linebacker, so it's not a true double team. Just right on Big Ben's card. Nick needed something like that. 13 yards from Big Ben to Olsen. Joe trying to show that to test their metal, to show that the metal's being tested. They're trying to show their metal, to show their worth. There's a line from Lord of the Rings where the guy said that about Faramir's brother, or Boromir's brother, Faramir's brother, Faramir. No tackle +4, +9. Pyramid to show his worth or something like that. 2nd and 1 for the Titans at the Atlanta 41. As Miller ran for 9 there. Flat pass left to Antonio Brown. Defense close pass. Linebacker 5 there. Mick could use a white die 6 right about now. But instead, he gets a deflection. Linebacker in zone. I guess one of Nathan's favorites because he's also on his SOMIFA team. Flat pass left downtown Antonio Brown. This one's a little more uptown. Flat pass. Well, I got that backwards, Jack, probably actually. Our receiver gets right incomplete on Antonio. For Tennessee at the Atlanta 41. Obviously, he's going to go for it here. Nathan's killed him on 2 3rd and shorts where he successfully run keyed. Will he do it again? If you're going to run, you might want to run an end run because he's been keying on the inside. So run key Big Ben. Guess wrong, one linebacker there. This is incomplete. Throw his computer in the garbage. Oh, my goodness. 4th and 1, guess wrong. Interception +1, 2 to 3 and 12 are incomplete. The only thing on Big Ben's card, you're throwing a Greg Olsen, complete by 0. The linebackers are 4. Break. And Mick, I believe, has got to be feeling pretty grim about his chances right now. As LaShawn McCoy takes one for 6 yards. 2nd and 4, only 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Off the left to Shady. 3-yard gain. Joe Staley could not make the block. 3rd and 1. I mean, he needs something dramatic like a turnover. Off tackle right to Shady McCoy. 3rd and 1. Got strong offensive onside and cannot make the block, but it's 2 yards and a 1st down. Shady 20 carries. It's only 4 on fatigue remaining, and Alfred Morris checks in as I mentioned that. 3 wide, 1 halfback. And he likes to run the line buck here, or the long pass, or the flat pass on the outside. Line with Alfred Morris, -1. White die rule in effect, but it was a dreaded 5 anyway. 2nd down and 11 for the Falcons. Back. Long pass T.Y. Hilton be double team successfully. Incomplete, although he had 7 units of long pass. Double team complete for the 15-21 long pass receiver. The way this game has gone, you feel like Nathan will convert this through either a double team completion or a dump off. And Mick just got a very big break last time out. Drop it down to Hopkins. There's 2 blitzes on. Must run goes for 8 yards. I told you Cousins must run's pretty good. And this is interesting because now it's 4th and 3 for the Falcons at the Tennessee 41. Nathan's offense is real good. Normally he'd go for it here, but he's winning by 17. He is going to go for it. Why not? Not the conventional move. Good move. I'm probably the minority. I think you're going to see maybe an end run right to Shady because there will be no linebacker there. Off tackle right to Shady gets wrong. 9 is a big 24-yard gain for Mr. McCoy. Yard mark. And the Atlanta Falcons have a 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 17-yard line. Play. I know it's tough. He's still going to try to play. You need 3 touchdowns no matter what happens here. These 2-point conversions. Looking past Jordan Reed gets wrong. It's 10 yards at a 1st down for Atlanta at the Tennessee 7. The Falcons' offense so formidable, and they're rolling up the offensive yardage today. To Shady for the full house, blocking back +1 and -1. He inches closer to the end zone as the 4th quarter begins. I wouldn't be at halftime in my own game. This game's under an hour old. 2nd and goal from the 6. So tackle right to Shady. Linebacker +2 or +6. Derek Morgan makes a play, the 4 on a 4. So a small favor for Mick there. 3rd and goal. Emma left to Shady. Even guess is wrong. 2 -1, but T.Y. Hilton was out there. And it's a loss of 1. So Greg the Leg will come on for another field goal try. His 3rd of the game. He's 2 for 2. 2 to 11. He hits the short one here. 30-10 Falcons. Downs to take the lead. And it starts with a kick return of 20 yards by Lucky Whitehead. Titans got the ball at their own 28. You got to get the first one first. So you get the first touchdown, kick off, and try to get a stop. That's all you can do at this point. And then you take it from there. Because the game is always like that. You got to take what's in front of you right there. 3 wide, 1 halfback. I pass right Antonio Brown. And it's a long pass. Receiver gets right for 6 yards to Antonio. Big offseason acquisitions. Antonio Brown and Lamar Miller. The Titans. Looking past Lamar, 2 men in the zone. Mick's upset with himself about that. Nobody in the long pass. Picked off 2 to 4, 11 and 12. Incomplete for Big Ben, who is having a brutal day. 6 of 17 for 48 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. 3rd and 4 for Tennessee. Flat pass left to Tony Brown being double teamed. Nathan's smelling out, makes plays on the 3rd and short. Defender X -4, -2. Losing 4. So now it's 4th and 8 for the Titans at their own 30. They're down 30-10, 11:24 to go. Why not? You pretty much have to. Here's the last stand for the Titans. 3 wide, 1 halfback. Mick's going to throw some kind of short pass, I presume. Nathan pointed out his defensive performance today. Short pass to Antonio Brown. Being double teamed. Mick needs a dump off. Doesn't get one. The Falcons take over on down. That would have been downs. That would have been a first down. Just gets right. Good double team by Nathan. He's been on top of that today. And King, the offensive play calling. Off tackle right to Shady. And this one is virtually academic. Certainly if Atlanta can kick a field goal, even. 10:30 to go, 30-10. They're at the Tennessee 31. His first playoff game this year with, he had the bye, and it's not going well at all. Competitive game out of your season. If you lose a close one, okay. When it ends like this, well, over yet, but it's almost over. There's a draw to Kirk Cousins on 3rd and 11 for 3 wide. Gains 5 yards. Greg the leg will come out just to see what his 23-32 rating is. And it's up and good. It's 2-8 and 12. It's not great, but not awful. 33-10 Atlanta. So Tennessee needs 3 touchdowns, and 2 of which must have a 2-point conversion. To be honest, but it's unlikely. A short pass to Emmanuel Sanders. Let's get this game over with. Defender X, of course, the 4 makes a play. Gerard Powers. No relation to Austin. 2nd and 10. Who had a great first half before this game got away from the Titans. 20 carries, 164 yards now on that 7-yarder. And it's 3rd down and 3. Emra left for Lamar Miller. Defense calling run on 3rd and 3. But it's a 12-yard gain. 54 to go. Titans at their own 47. This was a quick one. A long pass Antonio Brown. 1 man back there. And the Rex is a 6, so that's broken up by Janoris Jenkins of the NFL's New York Giants. 44 yards passing for Big Ben. Long pass to Olsen being double teamed. But double team completion. And Big Ben's gone for 31 yards. Gets Tennessee down to the Atlanta 22. 6 minutes to go. They're down 33-10. So right here, kick recovery. Long pass to Emmanuel Sanders. It says 1 man there. Defense double teaming elsewhere. 7 didn't complete in Big Ben's card. 5:42 to go. Every second on the clock, just another obstacle for the Titans to try to overcome. Aaron left for Lamar Miller, defensive end +1 and +5, 5-yard pickup. 3rd and 5. Short pass to Dontrell Inman. They're not being double teamed. One rare occasion they're not double teaming the right guy. 4th and 5. Tennessee got to go for it. Only 4:48 to go. Trying the field goal for what? Well, he just guaranteed his own defeat with his field goal. And it's up. And good, but now he needs 3 touchdowns. Good. Not recovered. Atlanta gets it. You could have gone 8-7 for 3 scores. But with the field goal, it's pretty much as good as just turning the ball over. It'd be unlikely anyway. I'm sure doesn't care. Nor will he probably be re-listening to this game. So after the way it's gone, tremendous job by Nathan. He had Mick off balance. He was, especially Nathan's defense against Mick's offense. He was double teaming, running at the right time on those 3rd and shorts, along all kinds of plays. Very tough offense to stop. You got Shady McCoy with a decent offensive line. Cousins is excellent flat and doesn't turn the ball over. He's good enough deep, and you got deep play threats. And Nathan likes to throw the ball down the field. It's it's just really good. It's a very tough offense to stop. I probably would have predicted them to score even more points than they did. If I can find that somewhere. And they're stuck. Not what Mick likes to see. Well, he's just trying to get out of Dodge right now at this point. Spell it off. Please send the game number. Press enter key. Microphone off. So we need the game number from Nathan to get us going here. There it is. 42479 if you're scoring at home. Spell it on. 42479. And this one is just about over. We have a 3rd and 7 for the Falcons at midfield. And congratulations to Nathan on a job well done on a team with a lot of offense. But look, that defense looks a little shaky on the field, but they performed very well for Nathan during the season. You would like it to be noted. Looks like a right for TJ Yeldon getting a call. 3rd and 7. And look at that. 8 yards and a first down. Really got diced, though. I think, the long pass right, the multiple long gains of Vernon Davis on the 5. Yes, for big gains, yeah, those were bad. But otherwise, a lot of it was, Nathan getting wrong calls on his offense and sniffing out play. So you got to tip your hat to Nathan for that. Now, these Falcons had the number 4 scoring team in the league at 26.3. The top 3 seeds, Seattle, San Diego, and my Jets. The Falcons, I think, had one of the better point differentials in the league. They're the 2nd best point differential in the league in 21. Behind only Dennis, who had 158. Tennessee was at plus 75. No slouches themselves. At the 4 seed, in the 4 spot. Defensively, was 5th in points allowed at 18.7. And 8th in yardage allowed. So it's a very fine defensive performance. And I would say better than the personnel coaching around it. And Nathan's going to advance. The Atlanta Falcons were the semifinals. Good job by Nathan. Tough loss for Mick. Tough to end your season in a one-sided game like this when it's really a playoff game. Like if you played the previous round and you won a game and then you get here and this happens, okay. You don't like it. But, you know, when it's your only playoff game and it's one-sided like that, it's disappointing. At least let me get in there. And, oh, you know, if we would lose a close one, then you can start thinking, oh, if I'd done this, I might have won. And then who knows? I would have gone on a miracle run to the Super Bowl. Who knows? But when you play only one playoff game and you take it's one side of the fair, that could be tough. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself, because I have a playoff game coming up. And it's going to be Monday and Tuesday for the other three SOMIFA quarterfinal games. 33-13 Falcons over the Titans here. Possibly a day game. Dickinson's Green Bay Packers and my Jets Monday around 12:15, 12:30 Eastern. Dennis is going to call that one. The evening, we've got a game between Dennis's Seattle Seahawks and Dale Ripley's Minnesota Vikings. He have the four-wide offense with Jordan Howard. And then Tuesday evening, we're going to have Houston Texans against TJ Lama's San Diego Chargers. So some interesting matchups. Some good teams. And we'll see what happens. So that's your first SOMIFA quarterfinal. And I guess there's not much more to say than that. Congratulations to Nathan. He's in the Final Four. You like to be in the Final Four. And this is a team, like, the offense has that look where they have that Super Bowl look. Can the defense keep it up? They more than did their job tonight. They will be tested in the coming rounds. Who will this team play? Yeah, I mean the 1, 2, and 3 seed could all lose. Nathan would be hosting Paul. Or you can get some where the 1, 2, and 3 seed could all win, and then Nathan will be traveling to New York to play my team. Or something in between could happen. So actually, I guess he's going to travel either to New York or Seattle, or he's going to host Houston. There's no way that he can play Minnesota or Green Bay. Those are out. So he's going to play either Paul. That'd be interesting. Paul has an interesting defense. It's a 4-3 with 6 at defensive tackle. I think 6'5" linebackers, a lot of pass rush, kind of a weak secondary. That'll be and Paul's a great coach. That'd be an intriguing matchup. Breeze and Le'Veon Bell might be well equipped to attack this defense. Of course, Drew Brees and Le'Veon Bell well equipped to attack almost any defense. So that'll be an interesting one. By me, it'd be interesting. It's just Nathan's team is just very interesting against anybody because the offense is so good, and he's doing a great job with the defense. You got the corner 6, which is helpful, but he's moving all his guys around and he's double teaming aggressively, and he was running king in spots here today. So I don't think you can just feel like, oh, he's got a bunch of 4s running around, piece of cake. No, it's not going to be that way. Interesting. But we'll find out. Whoever Nathan plays in the semifinals, I'm almost certain to call that game, unless it's against me, I guess. But work to be done. Green Bay Packers against the Jets Monday around 12:15, 12:30 Eastern. About 6:30 Eastern, we have Minnesota at Seattle, and then Tuesday night, I think at 7 or 8 Eastern. I'm not sure the time yet. I'll have to look on the forum for that one and check my emails, but it's going to be Houston at San Diego. All right, guys, this is Tom signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.